Welcome back to my channel. If you have not already liked, commented, and subscribed, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. What is going on with Kemp and Ekane? Now, I've been seeing the beefs, and I can't even lie. It's quite hilarious because of the age difference specifically. Now, this is my thing about social media influencers, celebrities, all of these people in the spotlight. They make money, good money, off of these beefs, okay? And don't get me wrong, I do see some of the points that Tia is making about Ekane, but at the same time, like Ekane said, like you're 50 years old making it clap on the internet. You feel what I'm saying? Like you can't really talk about nobody. But at the same time, I do feel like Ekane could take some pointers from Tia Kemp. You feel what I'm saying? Now, when I first got introduced to Ekane, don't get me wrong, I think Ekane is very entertaining, okay? Her life is very freaking interesting, but the reasons that it is interesting is kind of messed up and kind of toxic, you know? When I first started watching her, she was blowing up because her baby daddy was abusing her. Like, he was just, you know, he was doing the most to her, and she was staying, and people start watching because he was doing the most to her, and she started doing the most to him, keying cars, all of this. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I get it. She didn't get famous off nothing good. But at the same time, Tia Kemp, she got famous off being Rick Ross's baby mama. So it's not like she did something so amazing and got famous herself. You feel what I'm saying? But Ekane has literally said it. Like, she is willing to embarrass herself on social media to make sure that her kids' futures are good. You feel what I'm saying? Their college is paid off. All of that stuff already because of what she's doing. It is intentional. She's shaving her head, patches out of her head, all type of crazy stuff. But it's stuff that people like to watch. At this point, Ekane is an entertainer. I don't care about that. But at this point, Tia Kemp, you making your butt clap on camera and the antics you pull, baby, you're an entertainer too. You just 50. And I think Ekane's in her 20s. You feel what I'm saying? It's not that big of a difference. Like I said, I do feel like Ekane could take some pointers from Tia Kemp. But at the same time, she don't know that woman. So why would she be, taking tips and stuff from her in the first place? And she's seeing how she's acting on the internet. I mean, Tia Kemp is like 50 years old. When I tell you she run around beefing with everybody. And don't get me wrong, I like Tia Kemp too. I mess with both of them. Like, I watch both of them. I follow both of them. But both of them is monkey as hell. Like, both of them are always pulling antics, always doing stuff to embarrass themselves. But they keeping themselves in the spotlight. You feel what I'm saying? That's what they want to check. And that's what they getting from it. You feel what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, like Ekane said, when you look into Tia Kemp's comments, people are like, that is Ekane in 20 years, which means, honey, y'all got something that is alike that y'all are doing. I just feel like with the age difference, maybe Tia Kemp didn't have to come at Ekane the way she did. Like, if she wanted to say something about her, she could have just, Now, don't get me wrong, Ekane did kind of start it by saying that she's not going to be 50 making her butt clap on social media like Tia Kemp. But at this, I don't know. At this point, they just knocking each other's bags. They just knocking each other's bags. At this point, they getting bags together. They friends. Because that's all that's going to happen from this. You feel what I'm saying? It's a bag. They on social media. I think Ekane is literally unapologetically her own person. She is her own person and she is doing her own thing, and I don't think she's too worried about nothing that Tia Kemp is even talking about on there. You feel what I'm saying? I really don't think, who don't talk about Ekane and how she does stuff and what she does and the antics she pull and the stuff that she go through with her baby daddy. Now, don't get me wrong. Me, myself, has wondered how her baby daddy even got her. How her baby daddy even got her, because Chris he's way past regular. He's Chris. But she love it. You feel what I'm saying? Now, one point that Tia Kemp did make, she said you need to get them kids off that camera and out that toxic environment before they resent you. I do get that. Dude is abusive and dude is way older than her. You feel what I'm saying? I definitely agree on eventually she needs to get away from him. Like, the fact that you even got famous off the fact of how your baby daddy treats you like that is freaking crazy. Like, it's like it normalized it to where they still deal with each other and all of that. He's throwing cars into the wall in front of her kids, just straight up abusive, throwing plates into the wall of food that she just cooked for him. I think she was pregnant at the time of that video. So I do kind of get what Tia Kemp is saying about some of that. Like, I'm not going to knock everything she's saying. I just feel like if you don't want people saying they not going to clap their butt on camera at 50 years old, maybe you shouldn't be, clapping your butt on camera at 50 years old if you're going to be that emotional about her comment. Like, it's a social media, baby. Like, social media is all opinions. I don't care about none of it. It's all opinions. You can't stop the opinions, none of it. Like, Ekane's not on her worried about the fact that we talking about her, that we joking on her, because she know what she's putting out here. At the end of the day, Ekane might be being a little more mature about the situation than Tia Kemp. When I really, really think about it, they just make me feel like once you reach that level of money, you ain't got nothing to do. Because these celebrities got so much time on their hands to beef with each other. It's just like, honey, I'd be somewhere doing something other than beefing on social media. But like I said, that's a bag for them too. That's a bag. Everybody's making a bag. Why are y'all mad at each other? Tia Kemp, I think she should just simmer down. And Ekane, I honestly feel like she should just keep doing her. But yes, get away from the baby daddy because, honey, at this point, he's part of her act, though. Who knows how that'll go? But that is not my business. That is not my business. But at the same time, Tia Kemp's just a confrontational person, period. You feel what I'm saying? She's confrontational anyway, in a sense of she has got into it with everybody. She into it with somebody right now. That's what she do. And Ekane responds. That's what she do. And she gonna make a spectacle of you. Now, Tia Kemp is getting so mad, she's getting to the point where she's talking about Ekane's kids and all type of stuff. And it's just like, is it really that deep? Is that really that deep? Because she talked about something that you're actually doing on social media. Like, there was no lies. Ekane said it. Where was the lie? There was no lies about nothing that she said about Tia Kemp. There was no lies, okay? But Tia Kemp is heavily, heavily, heavily offended, okay? She's heavily offended. I don't know. I just think it's crazy. I just think it's crazy and it's hilarious at the same time. And I think they're going to make a big bag from it. So does it even matter? Does it even matter? You feel what I'm saying? Welcome back to my channel. If you have not already liked, commented, and subscribed, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.